Well, it's the next day and I see progress. Hey, I just got done painting the main body of the soffit. On top of the soffit, that little edge of the wall up to the top. See how nice I got it up next to the cabinets. Now, obviously I'm gonna have to cut that in, but I did that with my little paint roller. If you keep this edge right here nice and clean, no paint on it, then you can run that right up against the edge. And on that one, I ran that right on the doors. See how much wider that line is there than that one. And then on that one, I just ran it like that, carefully, right up against the scribe mold, see? And I also did that down here next to the, oh, look at that. I got just a little run right there. Maybe I should look at the bottom of that here in a minute. I just set it like that and ran it along there, and then I did the same thing up there next to the cabinets. As long as you have that edge, I always check that every once in a while to make sure there's no paint on it. You don't want to dip it into the paint too far, and now all of a sudden you got paint on there and you forget. Now you got it on the bottom side of this cabinet, and that's a no-no, because that cabinet, the bottom side of that cabinet is particle board, and you won't be getting that off anytime soon with a sponge, so to speak. And see, I actually used that initially to get my line going up against the ceiling until I forgot, dabbity nabbit, that my ceiling is flat paint. And whenever you wipe on a ceiling with metal like that, or a putty knife, and you're trying to knock something off the ceiling, you make black marks. And I forgot about that, and I hardly touched the ceiling at all. Let me see if I can get you in there. You see that line? See that line about an inch or so away from the wall on the ceiling? It's a definite line, and that's, see right there, look at that. That's from the metal of this pushing up against there. Now, if that ceiling was a semi-gloss ceiling, I'd have no problem, because with semi-gloss, it's not really going to do that. But I don't. Most of the time, I do ceilings flat. I like to do them flat, white, and I shouldn't have done that. And so all the rest of it from about there on, I just ran it up this way, and was just careful. And I could have done that over here too. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, and see, I used this little roller cover. It's a 6-inch roller cover, and it's designed to fit on this particular one, a 4-inch or 6-inch. And this used to be a big, huge 3/4-inch nap roller. Look how thin it is now. Look at on that side. Good grief. And that's because I ran that. I had 2 roller covers, 3/4-inch nap roller covers, and that's how they get after you use them a lot. And I did the ceilings all with a 6-inch, with these 6-inch roller covers. And see, when they get thin like that, I don't throw them away, I save them. And that came in handy because there wasn't as much nap, and it was easier for me to cut in around the edges and to be careful down in here, because there wasn't as much nap. And it was still thick enough, and I pushed it on there and got it all nice and clean. Okay, so that's what I've been working on. And you know, I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna go and do something else. I just used the little hand roller right there too, and then I used that same roller in here the other day, and then I just took a throwaway paintbrush, a 2-inch throwaway paintbrush, to get all the nooks and crannies all in there. Now I'm letting that dry, so I can put the, remember, I'm going to put semi-gloss. This is eggshell finish right now. I'm going to put semi-gloss over the top of the shelves and this edge. I'm going to do that upstairs too. So when this is 100% dry, you know, that's one of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to whip out my semi-gloss double click paint. That's what this is called. The color is double click from Home Depot, and it looks nice, doesn't it? It's a gray. It's got just a tinge of, well, I don't know if you want to say blue in it or not, but when it's all said and done, when you look at the walls, they're going to look gray. They're going to look gray, and it's really going to look nice, and it's going to pop with all the nice white baseboards. And I'm going to paint these baseboards down here still. And you know, I'm just taking my time today. I got a little music playing, and the carpet guys aren't going to be here for a couple more days. But you know, I still have a few bits and pieces. You know, I gotta finish this along here, my ceiling, and my wall paint. I'll fix that today. Get some masking tape out. What else am I going to do up here? This is that other little cabinet. I got this all nicely painted. This is all eggshell finish, the double click color. And I'm going to paint the tops and the sides here with the semi-gloss paint, because I happen to have semi-gloss paint, because I painted where this washer and dryer is. I used semi-gloss white on the ceiling. I first put flat white, and then I put a coat of white semi-gloss on there, and then I used the double click semi-gloss paint on the walls, because I'm going to do that in the bathrooms too. So I thought, hey, I've got some extra semi-gloss paint, so I'll put it on here, make these more durable. Okay, so that's something I'm gonna do today. And then I've got just a few other things here. We've got in the master bedroom. See, with the paint all cut in, doesn't that look sharp? Look at that. I've got all the baseboards here nicely painted, fresh coat of paint, and the door frames. See how bright and clean looking lines it looks like when you cut in and you do things right. I've got the window stool nicely painted, and that turned out really good too. And in the closet, I decided to do a semi-gloss white ceilings, and I like to do that in closets just because it brightens the closet up a little bit, especially when you turn the light on. The light bounces off the ceiling and gets on the walls, and I got the eggshell finish on the walls too. And see, if you will remember, all these walls and ceilings were that beige color, and so of course, with me putting white semi-gloss on here, I knew the white semi-gloss would not cover in one coat, and I wasn't going to put 2 coats of semi-gloss paint up there. I had the white ceilings. These white ceilings are flat white ceiling paint that you can get already pre-mixed at Home Depot, and I knew that wasn't going to cover in one coat, so I got 2 coats of white flat ceiling paint up there. Yeah, it's like painting the condo ceilings twice. And so in the closet, I put 1 coat of white flat ceiling paint on there, and then after that dried, I put a coat of eggshell or semi-gloss white paint. But you know how when I cut in the ceilings, I just slop it out on there on the inside corners, and then I bring it down just a little bit too, because I don't really care about that when I'm running the roller and putting the paintbrush up there and all that kind of stuff, because then I cut in the walls up to the ceiling. Well, when you're cutting in an eggshell finish up to a semi-gloss ceiling, and if some of your semi-gloss paint has gotten down on top of your wall, when you cut in your walls, there's only so thick you can put the paint on as you're cutting it in, and you'll see some of the white paint peeking through. Now, I had that, and some of it is peeking through. You can see over here. Look up against here. See the white peeking through the wall paint? I can see it right there. And then if I go around this room, I can see it in certain areas. It's hard to see, but I can see it. Let's get you back here. The light's not very good up in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and go the extra mile, and I'm gonna put another coat of paint on there. I just have to be careful. It's not like I get up there and recut it in right up next to the white ceiling. I just come down just a hair, and so I'm gonna zip my paintbrush around this room because of that semi-gloss paint. Now, I had that same issue a little bit while I was cutting in these walls up to the ceiling, even though this paint was flat paint. But see, that flat paint, when I put it on, I had to cut in, because I put 2 coats. After the first coat, I cut in next from the ceiling down to the wall, okay? And I got a little bit of the white paint over on the wall, if you will remember. Then when I did the second coat, I did the same thing. So in reality, I have two coats of white paint zipped around about 1 inch to 1.5 inches down from the ceiling down. So when I cut in my new paint up to there in certain area, and you know, I cut the paint in first, and then I try to put a little bit more paint on there, and then run the paintbrush flat back and forth this way to try to get it on there a little bit thicker, and that worked out really good. But there was a couple areas where I stood back and I could see the white peeking through. Not as bad as a semi-gloss ceiling, okay? And so I did a couple areas, but in all, it actually turned out really good. And see, the other ceiling that I had, a white semi-gloss ceiling, was the closet in this guest room in here, and I could see the white paint after I let the coat of wall paint dry. After I cut it in, I did it as thick as I could along the edges and stuff, and sure enough, son of a gun, when it dried, I could see white peeking through there. So I've already zipped around this one the other day, and it looks nice, a full body paint on the wall up to the ceiling all the way around there. And I actually had to zip around this room the same way, even though this ceiling is flat. But you know, you just have to kind of check things out. Had this ceiling been an existing white ceiling, and all I was doing was putting 1 coat of white ceiling paint on here, I could have still gotten a little paint from the ceiling down to the wall, down onto the wall. But when had I cut the walls into the ceiling at that point, I wouldn't have had any white paint peeking through after I cut in. Does that make sense? Hope so. Okay, so I've got a, oh, that's right. If you were, I showed you this before, but in this closet, I forgot to cut in next to the wall right here. I cut in everywhere else, but I forgot this one section. I was so intent on trying to cut in this wall without getting it on these wires. These are coaxial cables, and somebody had fished them up from downstairs on up through into the attic and across over to somewhere else. I got a blank plate to put on there, and I've got the staples that I can put back in there that I saved. So I'm keeping the holes on the wall where the staples go, and then I'll just put that back, and it'll look good. I haven't lifted this out and cut in down next to there. I thought I did. What? Look at that. Did I miss that? I think I did miss that right there. I thought I went back in there and cut that in. Okay, see? There's another something I need to do. Cut that in, and then if I get any paint on the coaxial cable, I just wipe it off with my sponge. No biggie.